Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Kara. We're going to do some gentle yoga today because let's face it, we all need a little bit more gentleness in our lives. And I'm thinking this is going to help you. I'm thinking you're going to feel really good after this. If you have a blanket laying around or two, grab them and let's get started. So let's bring it down to the floor today to start, and we'll see where that takes us. Come on down to your back, or maybe you're lying on a bed. That's okay too. Come all the way down. A nice firm surface to lay on is really best for this gentle yoga practice today. Let's begin very slowly. Take the arms up towards the sky. And then just reach them back behind the head. If you'd like, you can step the feet a little wider and drop the knees to touch. Just let them rest on each other. Take the arms up again on the inhale and exhale, lower down alongside. Good. Inhale, lifting, and exhale, lowering down behind. Good. Again, lifting up, breathing in, and exhale, lowering down alongside. Good. Let's do one more. Lift those arms up. Feel the nice fluid, moisture. I don't know why I'm saying moisture. Bring your arms behind you. What I'm trying to say is lubrication in your shoulders. Lift the arms up towards the sky. And I said moisture. I'm not sure why that is. So we have the arms straight up. We're going to circle the wrists around in one direction. Soften your jaw. Let your face relax. We do have a little puppy hanging around, so she might come in and say hello. Hello, my sweetie. Hello, my darling. Her name is Maisey. Circle the opposite way, and she just likes to be involved. She's very into yoga. Very much so. If you check us out on Instagram, you'll see some of her pictures. Kara Yoga, Kara B Yoga on Instagram. Hold it still. She's a real Buddha dog. Take those arms back behind you again. So this time when your arms are extending back behind you, you're going to extend the legs straight out in front. So we get to feel a whole beautiful stretch in the front of the body here. And then we're going to breathe into the belly, the ribs, the chest, really big expanse in the whole torso. Stretch your right arm as long as you can and the right leg at the same time. So right arm, right leg. Big stretch, feel the side of the body stretch. And then do the other side. Left arm, left leg. Big stretch. And then the right side again, big stretch. Good. And the left arm, left leg. Big stretch. Good. Let's do one more each side. Right arm, right leg. Super stretch. Stretch it like you mean it. And the left side, big stretch. Good. Both arms, both legs. Right out from the torso. Nice and long. Expand the belly, the ribs, the chest with a big breath. Let the belly sink down towards the spine on the exhale. Take those arms up towards the sky. Let's bend the knees. We're going to grab either elbow here. And then drop your elbows down to the right and allow your knees to drop down to the left. So we have the elbows at shoulder height. Now, if your right knee feels a little sensitive, you can place a blanket between the legs or a block if you have that. You can also try and get the knees one on top of the other a little bit more to give yourself some support there. But either way, just monitor how you're feeling and make sure there's no pain. We're not looking for a painful experience. We want to feel good. Soften your jaw. Good. Notice your face. Notice if it's smiling or if it's frowning. What's happening there? Let gravity help create a beautiful smile on your face. And then allow your elbows and your knees to gently rock back up to center. And let's drop down the opposite way with the knees and the elbows pulling to the left this time. As you pull to the left, feel the stretch in that right shoulder. Soften your breath. The head is straight up towards the sky. The neck is happy. And just notice where you feel this. Do you feel this in your left hip? Do you feel it in your belly? You feel it in your back. We're taking good care of ourselves today. We're not overdoing it. Let's create our mantra for our practice. I am strong. I am healthy. I am happy. I am full of life. I am healthy, I am strong, I am happy. I am full of life. I am healthy, I am strong, I am happy, I am full of life. Bring your arms and your knees back to center. So let's take those knees, drop them in together again. And then take your arms in this box position that they're in. Drop them back behind your head. And let's just see how that feels in the shoulders here. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath the back and feel your chest open. And breathe into whatever it is that you feel. Soften your jaw. Letting go, letting go. Good. Notice and breathe. Good. Take those arms up towards the sky with the elbows bent still. We're still holding the elbows, and we're going to separate the knees so that they're hip width. And we're going to inhale and then extend your arms straight up towards the sky. Bring the arms back behind you again. Big stretch behind the head. Extend the legs long again. And let's pull the body as long as we can. Once again, feeling the back of the body supported on the floor. Soften the jaw. Let's exhale with a sigh. Don't be afraid to be loud with that. Let's do one more. Good. Interlace your fingers and bring your hands underneath your head. Elbows are opening wide. We're going to take those shoulder blades, tuck them underneath the back, and just hold it here for a moment. Feel your chest opening up, your jaw relaxed. Now bend your knees again. Let the feet come together and the knees drop apart. So just notice how this feels for a moment. If you need some support for those inner thighs or your knees, make sure you put something underneath each thigh or whichever leg is calling for something. Maybe you have a knee that's bothering you or one side of your inner thighs bothering you more than the other. Just put a little blanket, roll it up or a block and put it right underneath that thigh. Now very carefully, relax your neck and lift your head up off the ground. So your chin is going to move towards your chest here. And just hang out there for a moment. Let's breathe in deeply. And exhale, see if we want to go a little bit farther with this, chin towards the chest. Keep breathing in, and then exhale again, a little bit more. Chin towards the chest, elbows are in. Feeling the back of the neck at a beautiful stretch. Soften the forehead. I'm wearing 2 different shades of black today. I hope that's not ruining anybody's view of this. Yikes, fashion faux pas. Good. Lower the head back to the floor. We're supporting it the entire time as it comes down. And then the elbows open out again. And just notice if there's any difference in any area of the body that felt like too much or a big intense stretch a moment ago. Has that changed? We don't ever want it to feel like too much. That was a slip of the tongue. Maisey's back. Yay! Bring your knees back up to center. Good. Take those arms away from the head. Stretch long again. Big, 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 big stretch. Breathing in. Now hug those knees into the belly. So this is such a great way to massage that lower back. Let's rock from side to side and just feel. Feel the lower back today, what it's saying to you. I saw something on the news earlier today about back pain and how you can help yourself. All things that many of us know already, but movement is going to help us a lot if we have back pain. Movement, strengthening the back muscles, supporting our backs when we do our day-to-day activities. Let's circle the knees together in one direction and feel a massage on the sacrum, the lowest part of the back there. My beautiful husband made me a really nice dinner earlier, and it's definitely still in the belly area, feeling that. It was delicious though. A lot of the times I'm not really sure what he makes me, but I just eat it. It's really delicious. It's always good. Circle the opposite way. David's Cafe. Yummy foods on any day. That's his logo. We're coming up with that. His little tagline. David's Cafe. Yummy foods for any day. I don't know why I didn't go into marketing. Hug those knees into the belly. Let's relax the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Good. Noticing how this feels, we're just going to plant the feet very gently down to the ground. Softly making landing with the feet. Keep the knees and the legs together. So ankles are touching, feet are touching, knees are touching, arms alongside. Now just take your knees and windshield wiper them from side to side. Hands can come onto the belly or alongside you, wherever they feel supportive. Jaw is relaxing. Face is relaxing. Side to side. Giving some freedom. Freedom to the middle back, the lower back, the pelvis. And then let's roll ourselves over to one side. Doesn't really matter which. And let's sit ourselves up to our seat. So we're going to take our feet and bring them out in front of us. Nice to see you all. And we're going to walk the feet in. And we're going to get small. And again, not the easiest thing to do if you've just recently had quite a big meal. But I'm just going to brave this for you. So fetus. Think of a fetus. You're going to get really small as you can. Hug the knees into the belly and drop your head down. So you're either touching the head to the knees or the head to the hands here. Just let it rest. And just notice for a moment how you feel. Back of the body getting a stretch. If the head is down on the knees, it's really quite intense and nice. And then wherever you feel this, breathe into that. If you're hearing any background noise, it's not my husband. Trying to be quiet as he tiptoes around the room. Lift the head up towards the sky. And then walk the feet forward again. Hands are just below the knees here. We're going to pull the heart forward. We're going to arch the spine. We're going to pull the shoulders up and back. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Good. Inhale, pull the heart forward, arch the spine, soften the jaw. Good. And then round your back again. And tuck your chin. Good. Let's do that a few more times. Arching the spine, looking up to where the ceiling and the wall meet in front of you. Breathe in. And then exhale, rounding and tucking your chin. Okay, a couple more. Pulling forward. We're creating some more flexibility in the spine. We're arching the back and we're rounding the back. Everything we do should feel really, really good. Arching again, breathing in, and then exhale, rounding your back. Good. Coming to a neutral spine. Let's crisscross our ankles. Let's bring the left one in front. Okily dokily. Okay, so we're sitting the body tall. I'm going to turn my body because I think I might go off the camera if I don't. So the right foot, right ankle is in the front. And we're going to lengthen the spine nice and tall. So if this is an issue for you with the knees, etc., you can place, again, something underneath those thighs to help support you with the knees. Pull the shoulders up and back, lengthen the spine, and then walk your hands forward. If you have issues with your knees that you don't feel comfortable bending them at all, then you can open the legs wide here. Just stick them out wide. Pull the shoulders up and back. Walk your hands a handprint forward to where it feels like there's a stretch in your hips. And then drop your shoulders down, soften your jaw. Keep your pelvis grounded as much as possible. And then just sway your torso from side to side. Woo. As you move from side to side, just notice what you feel from one hip to the next. And breathe. Your breath will take you far. First of all, by keeping you alive. Cheeky, cheeky. Let's hold it still. Let's walk forward a little more. Another handprint, perhaps. Remember, we're keeping the tailbone down. We're going to glue the hands to the floor here, and we're going to pull the floor back towards us. We're dropping the shoulders down. We're pulling the belly up and over those ankles. And let's see how far forward and down we can go comfortably. We don't want to go farther than the body is saying to go. But if you manage to get pretty far down, you can drop your head. You can even prop your palms up off the floor, keep the fingertips grounded, and then drop the head down there. And breathing in, and feeling the stretch. Soften your jaw. Good. Lift your head. Walk those hands in and lift your body up nice and tall. Pull the shoulders back and down. So let's lean back into those hands and let's switch the ankles. Whatever one's in front, bring the other one in front and then lift your body up. Now, one thing I did not say on the other side is if you have your back is tight, or your hamstrings or your hips feel tight, you can sit on the front edge of something like a blanket. Just lift up that pelvis. So we're going to lift the body tall here, pull the shoulders up and back, and then walk your hands forward again. So this side's going to be a little bit different. Try to bring one ankle in front of the other. This side's going to be a little bit different, so let's check in with that before we go too far into this. Drop the shoulders down. Glue the hands to the floor. We're going to pull the floor back towards us, arch the spine. Let the corners of the mouth move in an upward direction. Keep breathing. Maybe go a little bit farther forward. Glue the pelvis to the floor behind you. Drop the shoulders down. Press your heart forward, arching your spine. Soften your jaw. Breathe in and out. Good. Go as far forward as it feels comfortable to go. If you're all the way down, remember you can drop your head. If you don't reach the floor here with your head, you can put a block under here or a blanket, propping the palms up off the floor, the fingertips touching, elbows are lifted. If you're far down, you can drop your head again. Find some comfort, support, rest, and just notice what you feel in your hips and in your lower back. Let go of a sigh. Soften your jaw. Good. Lift your head. Let those hands walk halfway back and rock your torso here side to side. So on the other side, we did this to start with, and on this side, we're doing it to end with. Why? Well, that's a top secret thing that I can't tell you. It's a top secret code in the yoga teacher world. No, the truth is I forgot on the other side. So you caught me. So I'm adding it in now, and guess what? It's okay. You're going to be okay. Hold it still. Pulling the heart forward. Let's get one more pull forward. Drop shoulders down, arch spine, soften jaw. Good. Now keep your hands forward and let them pull your body forward over your knees, uncross your ankles. So the knees are underneath the hips now, and the hands are underneath the shoulders. Make sure your knees are happy. I like to put something underneath my knees. If you don't have a blanket handy, you can fold up your yoga mat. So I'm going to show you how you can do that from one side or from the end. You can just roll it right up from the end. I like to use a blanket. You know what's great about using blankets is if most of us have them in our homes. So they're not hard to find. So that's good. So we have a blanket, if we want, underneath the knees. Hands underneath the shoulders directly, and the fingers are spreading wide. So let's rock forward and back into the wrists and give them a nice stretch here. Do you work with your hands a lot? Do you text a lot? Do you type a lot? Yes, 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 yes. Most of us do. So what is that doing to your wrists? What is it doing to your forearms? What is it doing in turn to your shoulders and your neck? Well, well, well. I think we're getting to the bottom of it all. So let's rock forward into those wrists and let's hold it there for a nice stretch. Just where it feels pretty okay. Hang out there. Fingers are wide. Elbows are soft. The neck is long. So we're looking down in front of us. Breathing. In and out. Long, deep breaths. Good. Let's rock the pelvis back. Let's turn the hands. Now this is going to be crazy. Get ready. Turn the hands around. Now if this is like no way for you, okay, you can just do one hand at a time. So one hand and then maybe switching. I would suggest counting perhaps 2 to 3 breaths with one hand and then switching to the other. So the hands are underneath the shoulders, if you have two happening at the same time, and the fingers are pointing straight back towards the body. And we're just going to rock back one time and hold it so that we feel that stretch in the wrists, in the forearms. And if this is like no big deal to you, hashtag NBD, you can rock from one arm to the other. Woo! Get a little bit more funky. A little bit more funky. Yoga funk. In a good way. It's a good funk. Little sway. Keep breathing. Good. Hold it still if you're moving. Soften your jaw. Think of something really good, really exciting in your life. Good. Let's lift up, hands off of the floor, and let's shake them out. Oh my goodness. Whew, we did it. We did it. So now we're encouraging that blood to flow back into those areas that we were holding. And we're gonna flip over. So usually what I find in my classes is one way or the other is a killer for people, okay? So let's see which side is best for you. Let's flip those hands over. So now the tops of the hands are grounded, the thumbs are on the inside, and same thing with this direction. You can do one hand only at a time. Now this is a gentle yoga class that we're doing today. So keep it gentle for you, okay? If this is too much for you, there's other ways to do this. You can come up onto your knees and just hold the hands back like this, or like this, right? We have options. You don't have to put your body weight on the hands, okay? If it is too much, do that, or one at a time. So as you're holding this posture, try to straighten out your elbows. And once you find a level of comfort, you can lean back a little bit to add some more stretch. Your toes can be curled under behind you. And then always traveling back to the breath. Long, deep breath in and a long, deep breath out. Good. Jaw relaxed. Good. Same thing. Let's lift up and let's shake it out. Good. So let's see how this feels. We're going to make a very light fist and circle around to help counter stretch what we just did. And then the opposite way. Making fun sounds in yoga is very, very cool. Like and lots of different breathing sounds are fun. Let's come to our feet. Take your time. And flip over your right foot. I'm going to do the same as you. So you're stretching that ankle forward. Pull the shoulders up and back. Breathe. Let something go. We hold a lot in our shoulders and our neck, so just let it go. Let it go. You have permission. Ready? Go. Just let it go. You can do it. You can do it. Let's switch to the opposite foot. Flip it over, stretch the ankle forward, and breathe. If your hands come to the hips here for help, that's a nice thing. Good. Step both feet to the ground. Step them a little bit wider than your hips, and then just circle your hips around in one direction. This is such a nice way to free up the tension in the lower back and the pelvis. Whenever we move the body and breathe, just take some time to check in with yourself. How do I feel right now? How does this feel? How does this movement feel? Circle the opposite way. And if something doesn't feel good, then don't do it, or don't go so far into the movement or the posture. Listen. We have to learn to listen to our bodies. Good. Step those feet in. Arms alongside. Let's pull the shoulders up and back. Open up the chest. Soften the jaw. Good. So as we stand on the feet, let's do a very brief, very brief strengthening exercise with the arms out in front of us. Palms are facing in. We're going to take the shoulders back and down, and we're just going to sit back onto our imaginary stool behind us. Very brief here. Knees are going to go behind the toes. So I'm leaning back so that my knees line up behind my toes, and now I'm going to stand up again. So my arms come alongside me, the shoulders up and back, the jaw relaxed. We breathe in. And exhale, sit down again. Palms are facing in. The knees are behind the toes. Good. Stand tall. Arms alongside the body. Breathe in. One more time. Out in front with those arms. Set those hips back and down. Good. Check out those knees. They're behind the toes. Soften your jaw. Good. If it feels okay, let's bow the body forward. Keep the knees very bent. Drop your head. This is called ragdoll. We're going to shake the head no, and shake it yes. And then grab either elbow, and we're just going to dangle the torso here with bent knees. If that feels okay, hang out there. Breathe deeply. And then swing your torso side to side. If you have long hair draped on the floor like mine is, it's a great option to just clean the floor a little bit. Pretty gross, right? A little swinging side to side. God only knows what's living in my hair after these classes. Let's hold it still, hanging the body, draping, breathing, feeling. Good. Lower the hands down to the floor and let your knees come back down to the floor. Excellent. So what we're going to do is flip right on onto the back again. Always a very exciting time in a yoga class when the teacher says, come on to your back. Most people say, oh, thank God. Right? So are you one of those people? Come on to your back. You know, we live a very stressful life, most of us. So this is a very welcoming thing to do. Just coming onto the back. Right? We have the support of the floor. We can let go. We can breathe. It's almost an immediate release, an immediate letting go. Good. Right knee hugging into the belly. The left leg long to the floor. The breath is deep, the jaw relaxed. Take a moment, feeling and breathing. Good. Making those fun yoga sounds. A lot of people think that tooting is something that happens a lot in yoga classes. I call it tooting. What do you call it? Toot toots. So this is my philosophy. Don't worry about it if you're worried about going to yoga classes and that happening. Just let it out. My goodness, let it out. What are you going to hold it in for anyway, right? It's much more fun if you let it go. And so much better for you. Maybe not for those around you, but definitely for you. Good. Releasing that right leg and hug the left knee in. Glad we had this discussion, this talk. Take the right leg long to the floor. Let the jaw relax. You can flex the right foot. And breathe in and out, belly, ribs, chest expanding. Good. Good. Let's plant that left foot to the floor. Right foot to the floor. Take your hands with the palms facing down. Tuck them underneath your buttocks. So the arms are long, palms face down, and we're going to take the legs straight up towards the sky. Now, if this is a major issue for you, if this is hard for you to do, you can use a wall or take your blanket or two blankets and place them underneath your sacrum so that you're on the edge of the blanket closest to your shoulders as much as you can with your lowest back area there, your hips, and then your legs come up and it helps to tilt them towards your face. So it's a little bit easier. Or you can turn and use your wall if you have a wall. Or you can just ask your friend to come over and stand there and be your wall. Let's call him Sal. Hey Sal, can you come over here? Help me out. Breathe into the belly, the ribs, the chest. This is an awesome thing to do every single day, every day. Just allow the lymphatic system to drain, right? And this is like such a beautiful gift for your heart, to allow the blood to drain from the feet back to the heart with ease. It's such a beautiful gift to give to your heart because all day it's just pumping this blood all day from the feet back to the heart against gravity. It's very difficult. It's a tough job. We complain about our lives. Imagine the heart. Deep breath in. Soften the jaw. The softer the jaw, the better. Really relax. Now bend those knees. Let's plant the feet to the floor. Good. Whatever's under you, slide it out. And I'm going to leave you with your legs extended. So at the end of this practice today, you have the option of just laying here and relaxing. So the feet are going to fall open, the arms alongside, the palms face up. Tuck your shoulder blades under, let your heart open, and allow your head to completely be supported. If you have a blanket you want to cover yourself up with, that's a beautiful thing to do. And try to lay here. as an option just for 5 minutes, right? And focus on the breath coming into the nose, filling the body completely, and exhaling all the breath out of the body. And then focus back on the breath, inhaling to the count of 4. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4 on the inhale. Hold the breath for the count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we exhale to the count of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then repeat 4, 6, 7. So we inhale 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 6. 6. And exhale 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And allow yourself to repeat that process over and over again until perhaps your mind starts to wander, and then gently bring it back to that same process. And just notice how it feels to allow this body to completely let go and relax. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of the day, and thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.